oh, you are mug up, you are doing mug up, so it will not be executed. In programming, na, so code you need to understand what is function. It is simple code I have written. Then after we need to go for if you mug up the topic, if you mug up the topics, no, so that will not be. See, it will not be executed. See, try to understand what is function. First of all, you need to understand what is function. Function, I told you many times. To do a function, to do a task, very simple. Okay, and no need to write the code again and again. That same task, if I call that function, and the task will be executed. Task is what? Any task. Any task. Printing is a task. To know the data type is a task. Okay. To know the length of how many characters are there. To ID function. To where is the memory location? Where is the data? These are some functions. Function, as I briefed, that function is used to complete a task. Here task is what? Printing is a task. Which type of data it is? It is a type of function. It is a task. To know the ID, where is the memory location? ID function. To know the length of the any string, how many characters? These are functions. So assume that here how many lines of code I have written here for under this function. What is your function name? Call Gautami. How many lines of code I have written?
4 lines.
Array Gautami. I have called your function 4 times, 3 times. But code I have written just one time only. If assume that 100 lines of code is there, so every time if I want to call the function, that moment I need to write the code again. Rather than I will store that code.
wait kar rahe kya?
नहीं, that's gone. So rather than writing up,
आएगा.
So rather than writing up that code, so store that total code with a function name. Function created. Which type of keyword we need to use to suppose if this def is not here, so your function is not created. No any function. If you write the code, no, you will get error. See, you will get error. Why? Because to create a function in Python, you need to use which type of keyword?
Def.
Def. You need to start def. Then after call Gautami. Your function name.
Def is a syntax.
Def keyword. After that function name, you can keep suitable name. Here I want to call Gautami. So call Gautami is a function. Maybe in future you want to do some other task. See, one more. This is what you were. Okay. So see, listen. One more function I want to create here. Try to understand Gautami. Def is what? Def is a keyword to create a function. Here addition, add is a function. Function always will be terminated with the suffix with bracket. In brackets, if you don't want to use these brackets, no, there is no any function. Understand? That is very important. Then syntax is what? Colon.
Def add देंगे.
Add is a function name.
Okay, brackets better for the function.
Function call. Add, why I have kept add? Function name is add. Then choose, you simply can understand this function will add the numbers. Suitable word, suitable name. So by this function, I will add the numbers. Okay, see, simple. Now I told you that once your def block started, then whatever the statements, they need to be follow some indentation. Indentation is what? Margin. See how much of space I have given? One tab. One tab means 4 spaces, white spaces. You can count from here. 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. Rather than simply you keep tab. So now every instruction you write, that will be part of your function. Now take x is equal to what? X is a variable, it is storing somewhat number. Then y is equal to what? It is storing some number. Okay, next z is equal to what? It is a variable, it sums what? X plus y. Now what happened? You will get the result. Now what happened? Your function is created. Your function is created. Now call that function name. Call, what is the function name? Your function name. Now what is your function name?
Wait. My function name. That suitable function, right?
So what the name I have kept? That's why I'm asking suitable name.
Def add. You kept add.
Add is your function name. Call your function name by simply call add. What is your function name here? Add. So is it right? I have called add. Is it the right to call your function? So then what? You need to add. Every time function must be having brackets. If you will not, you are not calling the function with the without the brackets. You need to call with the brackets. So keep the brackets. So now what happened? This is the how many lines of code I have written under the add function? How many lines of code I have written?
How many lines of code? Wait. Just one line.
Array x is equal to 7, 1 line, y is equal to 4, 1 line, z is equal to x plus y. How many lines?
Oh.
3 lines. Like that 100 lines are there. So now no need. Simply call that function name. Add. So now you will get what? Try to see what happened here. What the magic will be happened here. So you need to go down. So rather than you minimize this code as 4 lines, 3 lines. Now run this code. Okay. So then after see. So why you are not getting print? You need to. Okay. Now how many lines of code I have kept here? 4 lines of code. Okay. Now whenever I call this function, you will get what? What is the value you are getting? 11. Okay. So see. Next, if I call the function and again, I need not to write the code. I need not to write. Simply, I need to call. Okay, function name. What is your function name? What is your function name? What is it? Add. So now run this code. How many times you are getting print? 11. So every time no need to write 4 lines of code.
Just to write add function.
Yeah, call that function.
But for that you need to write code like x is equal to 7.
First you need to write the first you.
Z is x is equal to 7, 1 to 1 line. Y is equal to 4, z is equal to x plus y. So when you say print bracket z, it will do addition.
So now whenever you call that name of that function, you will get the printout.
Print z ಕೊಡ್ತೆ 11 ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದ. Add pkc.
Print z ಕೊಡ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿ. Print z is part of def function because that's why I have.
కింద add పక్కన రెండు బ్రాకెట్స్ one line రాసారు లాస్ట్ లో. అరౌండ్ dt చెప్తా అరౌండ్ dt చెప్తా. రెండు dt add అరౌండ్ dt. కింద కూడా dt చెప్తా. ఇప్పుడు ఇది కూడా కోడ్ కదా x is equal to 7 y is equal to z చేసుకుంటే print z. ఇప్పుడు రన్ కొట్టు.
ఎందుకంటే you are not calling, you will not get any output. You will get only the output of what? This is the code. Okay. You are not calling that function. No? You have written. You have created the function. You have created the function. You have created the function. What is your function name? Add. See, if you don't want to keep these brackets, now your function is not ready.
It's
always come. Python interpreter understood that def keyword compulsory, after that function name and then brackets, and that this will be terminated with the colon, not semicolon. If you keep, even though if you keep semicolon, it will give error. Understood that? So if you this syntax is wrong syntax, because now you need to terminate it with semicolon colon, but this function it is to be suffixed with suffixed next bracket. That is in Python, not only Python, Java, C. Function method always they will be suffixed with the brackets. Okay, method and separate nika. I need to brief separately. Okay, now your function is created with 4 statements. How many lines of 4 lines? Assume that 1000 lines of code is there. Okay. If 4 lines are there, but assume that 1000 lines of code is there. Now if you want to call that function, you need to write 1000 lines of code. Is it the better way? Otherwise, rather than simply store that function, okay?